what would you assume is the most major threat on the world stage?
Definitely Russia.
Definitely Russia. Who else?
China.
Stop yelling at me, but China is a good answer. Venezuela? Anybody? Everybody's cool with Venezuela? No threat? Okay. Which one of these places can claim to have the largest oil deposit on the planet? More than Saudi? More than Iran? Wow. Okay, what about things like gold? More than all the mines in Africa combined? Venezuela is arguably the single greatest resource of oil and minerals on the planet. So,
why would the United States threaten Venezuela militarily? To answer this question, we must broaden our perspective considerably and consider the bigger picture, because this isn't just a direct threat to Venezuela. It's also a danger to Latin America. It's about oil, money, natural resources, imperialism, and the capitalism that is beginning to collapse under its own weight. Let's start with the crazy fact. The US has only 4% of the world's population, but it consumes about a quarter of the planet's wealth. That imbalance isn't just unfair, it's unsustainable, and it's already backfiring. In the name of progress, the US has turned the planet into a giant quarry. Cars, houses, gadgets, clothes, services, and yes, even narcotics, is the world's biggest consumer of drugs too. This hyperconsumption has created a debt so massive it can't be repaid. And to keep the machine running, Washington leans on financial, political, cultural, and military dominance by around 800 military bases worldwide. That's not defense, that's empire.
Of course, the countries, Cuba, Venezuela, and Nicaragua with Russia relationships. Why this region matters with all of its rich resources and rare earth elements. You've got the lithium triangle, which is needed for technology today. 60% of the world's lithium is in the lithium triangle, Argentina, Bolivia, Chile. You just have the largest oil reserves, light sweet crude, discovered off of Guyana over a year ago. You have Venezuela's resources as well with oil, copper, gold. We have the Amazon, lungs of the world. We have the 31% of the world's fresh water in this region too. I mean, it's just off the charts. We have a lot to do. This region matters. It has a lot to do with national security, and we need to step up our game.
Here's where it gets even more interesting. The dollar is not backed by gold or silver. It's backed by financial circuits and by the fact that the US forces the world to use it. Think about it. The US dollar is the universal standard for trade, especially oil. That's the famous petrodollar system. And when countries like Iran, Iraq, Libya, or Syria try to ditch the dollar and trade oil in euros, yuan, or rubles, suddenly they were branded as part of the axis of evil. Cue invasions, assassinations, and endless wars. Now, let's talk Venezuela. This Caribbean country holds the largest proven oil reserves in the world. 305 billion barrels. That's more than Saudi Arabia. For Washington, losing control of oil transactions means losing the dollar's supremacy. And if the petrodollar collapses, so does American power. That's why Venezuela is such a big deal. It's not about democracy. It's not about drugs. It's about oil, plain and simple.
Es cocaína. Toda la cocaína se produce en Colombia. ¿Por qué? Porque en 40 años de gobiernos oligárquicos, la oligarquía se transmutó y se convirtió en oligarquía narcotraficante.
Con 7 bases militares estadounidenses.
8 bases militares. 8 bases militares. Plan Colombia. Más de 100.000 millones de dólares le metieron. Entonces, la cocaína...
Colombia tenía más helicópteros de combate que pilotos.
Sí.
Por el Plan Colombia.
Antes la cocaína salía por los puertos del Pacífico colombiano. Ahora, el 70% de la cocaína que se produce en Colombia sale por los puertos del Ecuador. Ahora, aquí está el dato. El 87% de la cocaína que se produce en Colombia sale por el Pacífico. El 8% sale por el norte, la Guajira colombiana. Y solo un 5% intentan pasarlo por Venezuela. De ese 5%, nosotros, creo que son más de 100 toneladas, 5%, nosotros logramos incautar y destruir más del 70%. Cifras oficiales de la Organización Mundial de Lucha contra el Narcótico, ¿verdad?
Over the years, the US has thrown everything at Venezuela. Coups, oil strikes, street violence, overtops, and propaganda. Even the so-called Cartel of the Sun's accusation against President Maduro doesn't hold up. The DEA itself denies it. And let's be real, 85 to 90% of South American drug trafficking to the US goes through the Pacific, not the Caribbean. So why are there US warships, nuclear subs, and thousands of marine packed off Venezuela's coast? Spoiler, it's not about fighting cartels, it's about controlling oil. So here we are, a superpower drowning in debt, addicted to consumption, clinging to the dollar's dominance, and eyeing Venezuela's oil like a lifeline. Question isn't why the US would invade Venezuela. The real question is, how long can this system of global dominance, built on exploitation and enforced by military might, actually last? History shows us one thing: empires that overconsume and overreach eventually collapse. The only mystery is when. If you found this breakdown eye-opening, hit that like button, share it with someone who needs to hear it, and subscribe for more deep dives into the hidden forces shaping our world. Until next time, stay curious and stay critical. Bye.
Cigar, no. ¿Cómo se dice en inglés? Please, please, please. Yes, peace. Yes, peace. Peace forever. Peace forever. Peace forever. No crazy girl, no. ¿Cómo se dice? Yes, peace. Yes, peace. Peace forever.